iteration. Kung kanina sa conditional statements natin, we have if statements, if else statement, if else if statement, meron tayong switch statement, tas meron tayong, ano pa nga yung isa? Meron tayong ternary operator. Now, sa looping or iteration, we have 3. Okay? Now, how about yung mga ginawa natin program before, nakarating tayo sa conditional statements, meron ng option yung user natin. How about if your client asks you to write a small program na nagdi-display ng number 1 to 10. Probably, this problem statement or scenario, parang isipin natin madali lang. Okay? Kasi mag-display lang tayo, ayan, ipiprint lang natin, display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? But, the main goal of the task talaga is to write a small program that will display the numbers 1 to 100. Okay? Kung yung 1 to 10, kaya pa. Mag-display ka ng ganyan. Pero how about if 100 na, 200, 300, medyo mahirap na. Okay? Now, here's the flowchart of the looping or iteration. As you can see, dito sa natin, sa flowchart, we initialize x as 0 if x is less than or equal to 10. Kapag yes, do some task, then increment x. Babalik kay x is equal to 10. Dito naman, kapag the value of x is greater than or equal to 10, wala tayong ibang gagawin. So sabi dyan, no. Okay, so the same with dun sa conditional statements natin, I'll be sharing to you the complete discussions and modules ng looping namin and iteration. So ayan, marami dyan mga flowchart na pwede kayong pagpraktisan. Tapos may mga tips na kung kayo paano kayo mapapadali ng pag-search. Ayaw nga pala, hindi nakikita. Ano ba yan? Pinag-share ko pa naman sa inyo. O, ayan. So, ito yung isang module for iteration naman and looping. So, nandiyan na yung mga examples na binigay ko sa presentation, nilagay ko sa presentation. Then, marami pa dyang mga problems na pwede nyo pag-practicean. Halimbawa, your program should take x and start it at 5. Next substitute 5 for x for each value of x. So you need to solve the equation 2x 2 times 2 plus x plus 5 for all x between 5 and 10. So ayan yung flowchart niya. Print answer, add 1 to x. Then this is the pseudocode. Para ma-practice kayo sa pseudocode na sa flowcharting pala. Kasi yung mga problem dun sa diagnostic, talagang pagko-combine nyo yung knowledge nyo sa sa conditional statements, control structures, sa looping, sa array, sa functions, para ma-solve yung isang problem. Gagawin nyo ng algorithm, gagawin nyo ng pseudocode, or gagawin nyo ng flowchart. Okay? So, much better na practice kayo dito. Ayan na yung program simulation. Intindihin nyo na lang. Pag may tanong kayo, just pick me up. Ayan. So, may mga mas complicated pa dyan na mga problems na pwede yung pag-practicean. So, share ko ulit yung this presentation ko. Okay, next. Ba't hindi na next? What happened? Yun na. There are 3 looping constructs in C++ and in Java. So number 1, we have the while. Number 2, the do while. Number 3, for loop. And I'll share some tricks in looping. Especially yung infinite loop natin and yung break and continue na concept. Okay, so let's proceed with while loop. Here is the syntax in using while loop. Here is the flow chart, the flow of the program execution. We will test, of course, we will test the condition. Kung makita nyo sa natin, sa syntax, while condition. So we will check first the condition before entering the body ng code natin. Now, ang tanong dyan, kapag false yung condition, dito pupunta. Kapag true, i-loop natin ulit, babalik kay test condition. Or pwede magkabaliktad dyan, no? Yung true and false dito. As long as na masasatisfy niya yung requirement ng problem statement. Okay? One example of a C++ program to print numbers from 1 to 5 with the use of while loop. Okay? So, int I is equal to 1 while I is less than or equal to 5, cout I, then I plus S. Now, what is the output of this program? The output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, paano nangyari yon? Na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yung output. Let's simulate one by one. Okay? The iteration. First iteration, the value of I natin is 1. Okay? 1 is less than or equal to 5. Sabi dyan, value of I is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. True. So meaning 1 is printed and I is incremented. So print natin si value ni I, tapos in-increment natin yung value ni I. Okay? That's first iteration. After that, babalik ulit tayo dun sa condition. Okay? For the second condition, ano ng value ni I? 2. Kasi na-update na natin. Is 2 less than or equal to 5? True. So meaning, 2 will be printed, then the value of I will be incremented. Magdadagdag tayo ng isa kay I. Okay? Next. Third iteration natin, of course, pupunta na dun sa while loop natin. So, 3 is less than or equal to 5. True. Kaya ipiprint natin 3 dito sa screen. Then, i-increment natin si value ni I. Okay? Fourth iteration natin, the value of I is 4. Then, let's check. Is 4 less than or equal to 5? True pa rin. So, 4 is printed and 1 is and I is incremented. Balik tayo ulit sa code. Okay, next. For the fifth iteration, ang value na ni I natin is 5. Tama? So, is 5 less than 5? False. Pero, sabi sa condition natin, meron pang pagpipilian kung true. Kung equal. So, 5 is equal to 5. True. So, meaning, 5 will be printed and the value of I will be incremented. Okay? Now, balik ulit tayo dito sa condition that will serve as 6 iteration, pang-anim na iteration. Okay? Sabi natin, dito, the value of I na, the updated value of I is 6. Okay? Now, the question is 6 less than or equal to 5? False. So, meaning, we will now terminate the loop construct. Okay? Another example ng while loop is to find the sum of positive numbers. If the user enters a negative number, the loop ends and the negative number entered is not added to the sum. Okay? So para mag-quit dun sa program, you need to press ano yung letter? You need to press negative number. Okay? Now let's simulate this one. The output will be for iteration 1 that is 6, iteration 2 that is 12, iteration 3 is negative 2. Okay. Since the number, halimbawa nag-enter tayo ng number, value ni number as 6. So the number is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, papasok siya ngayon dito sa while loop natin. Then na-execute niya itong mga statements. Now, ano kay ba nung do while loop dun sa while loop? Kung yung while loop, tinitest muna niya yung condition, kaya mapapansin nyo sa syntax niya, while, tapos open and close parenthesis, yung condition. Okay? Pero sa do while loop, ine-execute nyo na muna yung mga statements sa loob ng loop bago niya itinetest yung condition. So anong ibig sabihin nun? At least once yung do while loop natin is mag-execute ng body, ng statements under ng body, then yung while loop natin, hindi siya mag-execute unless na-satisfy yung condition. So, take note of the difference of the two. Pag do while loop, at least once siya mag-execute whether the condition is true or false. So, here is the flow chart of the do while loop. We have the do while loop body, the test condition, true, tapos yun. Sample program in C++, we have this one, do while loop from 1 to 5. So sabi dyan, do cout is less than 5. Now how about if yung 5 na to ginawaan yung 3? Okay, as you can see, the output of this program will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kasi nga, we initialize the value of I is 1. Okay? Nauna nating print si 1, tapos saka tayo nag-increment. After incrementing the value of I, saka tayo nag-check ng condition. So mapapansin nyo, tingnan natin yung difference ng do while sa while loop. Ayan. Greater than or equal to 0. Pagdating dito, less than or equal to 5. Okay? Let's simulate the process. The first iteration or the initial declaration ng value ng I, 1. Okay? Then, 1 is printed out and 1 is increased by 1. Kasi nga, wala man tayong condition dito sa taas. So, na-print na natin si value ni I, tapos, na-increase na natin yung value ni I ng 1. Okay, next. Sa first iteration natin, ang value na ng I natin is 2. So ngayon, pasok tayo dito. 2 is less than or equal to 5, true. Okay? So 2 is printed out and 1 increased to 3. Next. Second. The value of I now is 3. Then, I is less than or equal to 5. 3 is printed out and 1 is increased by I is increased to 4. Okay? Now, for the third iteration, ang value na ni I natin is 4 kasi nandito yung iteration natin. True pa rin kasi when we check, 4 is less than or equal to 5. So, 4 is printed and I is increased to 5. Okay? Now, for the fourth time, I now is equal to 5. Of course, ipiprint na natin yung cout natin, gamitin natin yung I++. Tapos, bago kayo umalis, wait lang. So, pagdating sa fifth iteration natin, ang value na ng I natin is 6. Dito, now we will check now the value of I to the condition. Now 6 is less than or equal to 5. Now as we can see, as we can notice, the condition is false, now we will terminate the loop. Saka tayo aalis dito sa iteration natin. Okay, yun nga lang, ang ulitin ko, yung do while loop natin, ine-execute niya muna yung statements bago chine-check yung condition. Sa while loop natin, chine-check muna yung condition bago in-execute yung statements. Meaning, whether the statement or the condition is true or false sa do while, mag-execute siya ng statements at least once. Sa while loop, hindi, kasi hindi siya papasok doon sa loop construct natin. Okay? Now, the third loop construct is the for loop. Now, this is the syntax of a for loop construct. Now, meron tong tatlong parts yung sa loob ng natin, open and close parentheses. We have the initialization followed by semicolon, meaning this is a statement. Diyan natin initialize yung mga variables na gagamitin natin inside the loop construct. Then followed by the condition. And after the condition, followed by the update. Now, the update is very important kasi kung wala niyan, kung wala ng update, may possibility na maging infinite yung loop natin. Hindi siya mag-terminate kasi walang, hindi magbabago yung counter natin. Okay? So, this is where we update the value of our counter dito sa update na section. Okay? Now, let's see the flowchart of if for loop. We test the condition. Kapag false, terminate na. So, hindi na siya papasok sa loop. If the condition is true, we will proceed with the for loop or the body of the loop. Then, after that, we will update the expression. So, take note ha, yung update, nauna yung initialization, followed by condition, pero yung update, hindi niya muna yan in-execute. Ano ang in-execute niya? Kapag nag-true yung condition, papasok muna siya sa body of loop, tapos saka siya mag-update. Okay, so the update is done after executing the statements under the body of loop. So yun naman yung kailangan nyo tandaan if you will be using for loop in your program. Now here is an example program in C++ using for loop. Okay, umusog lang yung for loop ko no dito sa dagdag na indentation na indent. Pero dapat katapat siya nitong close na curly brace yung for loop natin. Okay? Now anong ginagawa ng for loop natin? It will display values 1 to 5 beginning from number 1 to number 5. So parang ginawa lang din niya kung ano yung ginagawa nung while loop and while loop natin kanina. So you could distinguish the differences nung usage and nung syntax ng tatlong loop construct natin. Okay, another example is that this one, let's simulate the process and the iteration. So sa first iteration natin, nag-initialize tayo ng value ni I as 1. Isang beses lang to ginagawa, no? Kapag pumasok na dito, dumating na sa for loop execution yung program, yung ng compiler natin, evaluation. So, ang una niyang gagawin, i-execute yung mga statements sa loob nito ng initialization. Isang beses lang siya gagawin, tapos po-proceed na siya kay condition. Si condition, paulit-ulit siyang ginagawa or ina-access. Pero itong declaration, initialization, isang beses lang yung ginagawa. Pagkatapos, pag pumasok sa for loop natin. Okay? Then the update, ginagawa naman siya at the end. Pagkatapos ma-execute yung mga statements under the loop body. Okay? Pagdating ng third iteration, I now is equal to 3. True pa rin siya kasi 3 is less than or equal to 5. Tapos 3 is printed, 1 is, the value of I is increased to 4. So from 3 kanina, gagawin na natin 4 yung value ni I. Okay? Mapapansin nyo, pagkatapos ma-print yung value ni I, saka ina-update yung counter natin. Okay? Then, sa fourth iteration, 4 is less than or equal to 5 pa rin. 4 is printed, 1 is increased to 5. Same with fifth and sixth, natin, iteration. Okay, this program naman will print 5 hello world on the screen. Okay? So this is the sixth iteration, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Okay? So the first iteration, I is equal to 1 hanggang sa I is equal to 6. False, the loop is terminated. So ang gagawin lang niya, magpiprint lang siya ng 5 hello world sa screen. Okay, next. Another example ng for loop natin is a C++ program to find the sum of first n natural numbers. When we say natural numbers, those are integers, positive integers such as 1, 2, 3, up to n, where n is greater than 0. Okay? So we ask an input from the user, enter a positive integer. Okay? Then, whatever the value entered by the user, we will proceed with the for loop. So say the user entered 10. Now, what is the sum of 1 to 10? Okay? So add natin 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 3 plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. Merong ganitong parang question dun sa diagnostic namin that time. Yung pag-compute ng sum ng natural numbers. Okay? So ganito yung code nun. Ganito. Okay? So here, int I is equal to 1. We initialize the value of I as 1. Then we have a condition I is less than or equal to num. It runs the loop as long as I is less than or equal to the value of num. Okay? Now I++ increases the I variable by 1 each iteration. So when I becomes 11, the condition is false and sum will be equal to 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 10. Okay, the result is 55. So more on loops. This one is an infinite loop. Why? Because as you can see, the update is increment. And nag-start tayo ng value ni I as 1. So, 1 plus 1 maging 2, maging 3. Never na mag-false ito kasi pa-increment, padagdag yung value ni I natin. So, it means this one is an infinite loop. Okay? For loop is usually used when the number of iterations is known. So kapag alam natin yung kung ilan yung iteration, kung ilang beses siya mag-iterate, mas magandang gamitin yung for loop compared sa while loop, do while loop. Now, kapag hindi given yung execution, kung ilang beses siya mag-execute, much better na gamitin natin yung while and do while loop. Okay? So our last topic is arrays before we proceed with our activity in Kahoot. Sir, sino nga, Sir Paulo, tama ba? Sir Paulo, may chat ako sa iyo. Can I request one? Isa na, sir. Do you have any question muna po pala? Mapahinga lang ako ng konti. Ang sakit na yung lalamon mo. Before we proceed with arrays, anyway, konti na lang po ito. 15 slides na lang yung sa arrays natin. We will go with one-dimensional arrays and two-dimensional arrays and give you an idea or overview of multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, so we have we have more than 1 hour before mag 4:30, tama ba? 1 hour and 15 minutes pa. So I think itong arrays natin kaya na ito ng 15 minutes. So we will have we will have 1 hour, 4-hour program, simulation and activity. So,
hello, sir. Ayan.
Hello, sir.
Alright. Sige po, sa mga nakikinig sa atin and still live sa Facebook and dito sa Zoom, 115 participants. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. So, 7, may mag-break ka po ba? What are you wanting to do? Pahinga po muna, konti.
5 to 10 minutes lang po. Then ipag-share ko lang din yung sa Kahoot para ma-share ko yung PIN number. So kung familiar po kayo dun sa Kahoot, this is how it like paano ba siya gamitin, nasa na yon. Ibibigay ko yung PIN, then you will visit the site kahoot.it, then enter the PIN, the game PIN. After that, sabay-sabay ko yung sasagot po doon sa mga program simulations na nakalagay doon sa Kahoot natin.
Alright, sige sir. So, a little while later, sa mga gustong pumunta dun sa Kahoot, mag-email lang kayo dito sa amin sa DACT so that maasikaso namin yung mga queries nyo. Of course, from Jennifer D. Aguilar, good afternoon, sir. Can I have a copy of the slides? So, actually, last time, yung mga past sessions, talagang hinihingi ng mga participants yung slides. And actually, available naman yun. You can actually, dito sa aming DACT, i-chat nila kami. Pwede namin ibigay sa inyo through email. Alright, sige, Sir Seven. Habang nagpapahingi Sir Seven, intervene muna natin itong mga kasama natin. Okay lang ba, sir?
Sige, sir.
Nagpapahinga. Sige bro. Alright, so ayon dito sa ating response, dito sa ating attendance sheet response, we have majority ng mga participants natin ay male, 96%. And of course, sa age natin, karaniwan ng mga kasama dito, 154 participants are 80.6% ay 20 to 29 years old. So meron tayong 19 and below, 10.5% 19 and below na participants natin. Of course, representing yung mga kung saan kayo galing, Mimaropa, we have 16.8%, 32 respondents from Mimaropa. Region 5, we have 24 respondents. Sa Region 4A, meron tayong 33 na participants ngayon. Region 3, merong 6 respondents. NCR, dami sa NCR, 44 respondents. So, eto, ang dami natin mga kasama ngayong hapon. Ilan sa mga kasama natin ay galing sa iba't ibang mga schools. So, meron tayo from Polytechnic University of the Philippines, University of Caloocan City, Pangasinan State University, Occidental Mindoro State College, from PUP Bansud Branch, UCC North. Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. At meron din tayo dito na response results. Meron tayo from Philippine Air Force, organization and institution from Philippine Air Force. DSWD, yan, dami. LGU Gerona. So magandang hapon sa inyo lahat.